I'm looking forward to strengthening my faith and meeting new people.
I'm looking forward to learning more about my faith and to meet new people and interact with other people.
Well, the first one I just want to have fun.
A better experience and meeting new people. I want to strengthen my faith and get to meet new people and just have an overall great experience like I had the last time.
I just want to have fun for my last one and try to enjoy the experience for, again, my last one, so yeah.
Awesome.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David's confidence to overcome Goliath was in the power of the Lord Almighty. He was never alone. We read. Meanwhile, the Philistine, with his shield bearer in front of him, kept coming closer to David. He looked David over and saw that he was little more than a boy, glowing with health and handsomeness, and he despised him. He said to David, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. "Come here," he said, "and I'll give your flesh to the birds and to the wild animals." David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel. All those gathered here will know that it is not by sword or spear that the Lord saves, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give all of you into our hands." Our first reading.
Jesus shall reign where the sun does its successive journeys run. His kingdom stretch from shore to shore till moon shall wax and wane no more. Praise to the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. Oh, my soul praise him, for he is your health and salvation. Let all who hear now to his temple draw near, joining in that adoration.
How might you deny yourself? Take up your cross and follow him at home, at school, at work, at church, with friends.
Like taking videos at youth rally, like showing friends, like
How powerful this is, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, that's why we're doing it. What else? What else? No, participate.
Forgive others who make mistakes because God forgave us.
Exactly. At school, right? Spreading the word at school is ginormous. How many believers do you have in your school? Every single one of them? No, absolutely not. So there's people every day that you can reach out to, right? At work. That's probably pretty challenging at work, depending on who you work with, right? For me, it's pretty easy. When I go to a situation, every single time I go to a situation, well, majority of the time, it's probably a bad situation, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I talk about God's word all the time to them, right? If someone's feeling down and out or depressed, thinking about suicide, I talk about it. So at work, and of course at church. At church, it's a lot easier, right? Okay? But still, you gotta talk about it with them, right? Increase your faith with your friends. How many of you have friends that are unbelievers? How many of you have friends that you've talked to them about God? It's pretty challenging, right? Okay? But that's something that I hope that you guys have enough courage after this rally to do that more often. Talk to them about God. Talk to them what you learned this week. Spread the word to them.
There's a thing that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all of what's real is left behind. Don't fight, it's coming from your mind. It's this moment, don't count them down. Your favorite dream, can't you see it getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's falling over. It's a picture in the paper and you're pushing motion. There's something breaking at the brink of every wall. Holding on that you know. So tell me, do you want to go? We're coming on the rise. Where the right ways on the night. If this will come true, it's taking over you. It's a generation. We won't come down. Sunday, sun up now. Watch it come true. It's taking over you. It's a generation. Summons to
so that we can live knowing that body, brain, life is protected by God forever. All because of what Jesus has done. And then, guys, the Roman short sword. Wonderful in hand-to-hand combat. A great defensive tool, but if you use it with this thin blade that cuts on both sides between the third and fourth rib and you slice it into the left side of every person, easily can sever an artery and that man, that soldier that you were fighting will fall. This is the sword of the Spirit. The Spirit that engages us with the gospel, that empowers us to live to the glory of God forever. Okay, this is going to be ridiculous for me to say. Do you see yourself in this?
my children, with my blessing, you are my own. Go, my children, sins forgiven, happy and pure. Here you learn how much I love you, what I can cure. Here you heard my dear son's story. Here you touched his heart, his glory. Oh, my children, sins forgiven, peace and pure.
Finally, may the Holy Spirit be filling your hearts. May Jesus be motivating you. And you guys, may God bless you all as you travel. Thank you so much.
Sitting all by myself in the darkness, all I see are the dark clouds rising. Seems there's no one around who hears me, who understands, but then I hear you say,
my name is Jesus, I'll help to see you through. My name is Jesus, and I have promised you will never be long. I'll be with you till I carry you home. In the darkness, in the sunlight, no matter where you
thinking all on my own, I can fix things. All I see are my troubles rising. Seems there's no one around to save me. There's no one there, no one there. But then I hear you say,
my name is Jesus, my grace I've given you. My name is Jesus, I've fixed it all for you. You will never know, never be alone. I'll be with you till I carry you home. In the darkness, in the sunlight, no matter where you go.
when my faith is dim, when I feel like I am falling, open up my eyes to trust in you.
Can't see the road before you. You can see, you can see.
Give me strength to look to you for wisdom, for it's there in your words I'll find it. Seems there's no one around that can help me, but you alone, and in your words you say.
My name is Jesus. Look to my my name is Jesus. Our words will stay in your steps. Till I carry you home. In the darkness, in the sunlight, no matter where you go, you'll never be alone. I'll be with you till I carry you home. In the darkness, in the sunlight, no matter where you
The most important thing I learned is that I'm never alone even when I feel lonely.
My favorite part of the trip was probably the workshops that we went to. They're well constructed and had very good metaphors to it and stuff.
My favorite part about this trip was reconnecting with old friends and meeting new people, which helped remind me that I'm never alone.
Good job.
Prove it? Are you still videotaping me?
What? I'm going?
Yes, you're going.
I learned not to ever worry because God will always be there for us. And the most inspirational thing I saw was the army guy, Scott. Sarah and her husband. That story, how they never. I can't do this. How they never lost faith in God and they leaned to God and never gave up. Yeah. What happened to the AC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'm good.